robbed the dude on the way to we picked up the guy on the way to Andalare, and then we robbed him. And then we ran into the orcs on the way to Honolulu.
We didn't rob anybody.
Who did we rob?
You intimidated the guy. Then paid us because we had weapons.
I think he's referring to the gnome. I don't recall us.
Vin did not produce any weapons when speaking to the
No.
gnome.
I think he was still intimidated, though, either way.
Man, I can't catch a break with your characters.
Amazing.
You'll be fine.
I mean, these nuts.
Please no.
These nuts. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, look who it is. There you go. Oh, wait, isn't she dead, though? Didn't she die? How did she die again?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
people
so-
keep saying she's dead.
They said that she was dead at the arena. Or at least that's what I heard from,
They said she
Ludwig,
was
right?
dead at the church, and we were able to see all her stuff packed away in the barracks. Someone was able to. So it was assumed that she was dead.
I don't care.
Damn.
Yeah, fuck her. Fucking useless bitch. Fucking skank.
Whoa.
Devon, I believe you forgot that,
I mean skunk.
yes.
My dad gave me a panic attack. He was like, oh, my internet's down over here. I might head over there.
Good luck,
Is that all
man.
you do in this game? You guys argue? Is that all you do? You guys just sit around, look at the map, and just argue about where you're going? That's weird.
Ain't that the truth?
Fuck.
No, he would just like Netflix and chill with his fucking weird fucking nurse girlfriend and be like, oh, we're both gonna watch the same movie on 2 different devices so you don't have any internet.
Seeker, you're hogging all the internet.
My freaking Linksys Bluetooth antenna sucks ass. $40 fucking dollars, dude. Didn't even come with driver software.
Oh.
I should have just bought the fucking $70 one, but whatever. Are we playing? Everyone's here except Khutula.
Hi.
Hello.
Khutula.
Hello, everyone.
Greetings.
Valrath got me fucked up.
Slip
Damn it,
into
Val.
something a little bit more comfortable, says Chris.
Hell yeah, dude. Gotta be comfy.
Yes.
Difficult times out
I'm
there
gonna
in the
look at
lands of the West.
Our Christmas themed picture over here that we made
Christmas
a while
theme.
ago.
We have to bring it in.
Oh no, what is it? Oh,
Oh, I guess
you
I'm not
contribute-
looking at it.
We pulled it in.
okay. Now I see what's going on.
It's your Christmas tree night.
How could you forget? You helped us with it.
That bird's not mine. That looks like a skydiver with a beak.
Nice drawing. It's not on the
You
page.
drew it night. Oh, it isn't. It's really.
It isn't. It's hovering.
That's awesome.
I made the trees.
Kitty.
Oh, that's really fucked up.
Blah.
That's awful to look at. Oh. Look what you've done.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Now what do you...
Oh.
What are
the
we
music
supposed to
is
do
still
now?
Oh, I am back. Sorry. I had to take care of my water. All right.
Hello.
Khutula
Well,
isn't
we got
here.
everybody except for Khutula.
Which Khutula will be on in a minute,
I feel
so...
like we got enough.
Okay.
She'll be here
Copy
soon.
that.
We can start talking about stuff. Same questions, I guess. Hello, Isaac. Hello, Carlos. Are there any things that you're looking forward to doing in the town of Jozoy or in around the safe house?
Yo, mama.
Perfect. All right, I'll write that down.
Can we roll perception for his mama?
Damn it.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe,
because she's so big.
Oh, damn.
Oh no.
There
Got
it
'em.
is.
I'm just trying to get a head start on preparing for when people have a chance to do something. If they know
maybe-
what they're gonna do. If you don't know what you're gonna do,
Might shop for stuff.
Nephis
Like
arrives
weapons.
tired.
Good luck.
okay. Okay. Anything else?
That's probably about it.
Okay. Isaac.
Yes.
Any things you're looking forward to doing in Jozoy so I can get them ready for whenever you get to do them?
I mean, maybe look for a longbow.
Alrighty. Nephis and Vin, you already gave me your answers. Anton already gave me your answers. Val, would you like to introduce your character?
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't do that.
No.
Whoa.
Don't give us hope.
Look, man, we still got I think 1 or 2 open slots. Yeah, we still got 2 open slots to fill. If you ever know about anybody who's looking for a home, can fit into the schedule. Well, I don't want to say open slots to fill in the sense that I'm actively looking for people, but more in the sense that, we have capacity.
If there would be a concerted effort to go out and look for weaponry, Vin would talk to these people.
If they announce their intentions, absolutely, yeah.
Yes. How much would a hand crossbow run me for?
I think they're pretty expensive. I think they're like 75 gold or something.
You'd have to find one.
In the woods.
Hell yeah.
I asked the DM.
I mean, if you have the tools and the proficiency, you could make them. You just have to get the materials.
Okay. I'm a bard.
Next question.
I create beautiful noises and melodies.
Aw. Hee-haw.
Yeehaw. Okay, well, I honestly expected a little bit more volume out of that series of questions. Okay.
I thought Anton had,
Wait a
had
couple
some
more
dialogue.
minutes. Yeah, he had a whole bunch of shit he wanted to do, but some of
Oh,
it
but he's
was geared
AFK.
towards Khutula, and also he's AFK, so
Shit.
A little bit to see if
He's here.
Tool will show up, but
He's back.
he's here.
Do you have any non-Khutula related things you'd like to talk about, Anton?
I mean, it was mainly just the list that I gave of stuff that I wanted to do in that order. However,
Okay, but now there's people here who haven't heard that.
oh, okay.
I don't know if you want to tell them about it. That's what I'm getting at.
I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff, though.
Okay.
Was just mainly going to be checking on Khutula. Then I was going to go and talk with Sesh for a little bit. Then see about checking these plates that we found from the this caravan or this wagon that we found moving through the forest and all that. So
The plates.
then, yes, the plates. I'm going to try and learn more about the plates.
Fine.
And then finally going to be talking to Nephis and Vin,
Yeah.
mainly about the individual that we had captured recently, what happened to him, as well as discussing about this whole group name thing that Vin's been going on about. So I don't think I'll have anything good, but hey, whatever.
Can you guys hear me all right?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Do I sound too loud or too quiet?
You sound different, but fine.
You sound different, but you sound just fine, honestly.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I got a new headset because my other one was breaking.
Ooh.
Sounds like we're on speakerphone.
Ah, fuck.
Hello.
It's not too
You
bad.
are on speakerphone.
No. The whole
No.
office can hear you.
This call is being recorded for quality assurance.
Okay.
The vampires are behind it.
Let's get going here.
The tracking party communications.
Yeah.
Nephis is sitting
Okay.
with his palm on his face, slouched over, starting
Anton
to
is...
pass out.
Or, sorry, I'm not Anton. Vinshenzo is sitting across from Thaddeus in the main common room. He rolls a cigarette.
Yeah, there's a mid conversation there. If you want to continue that conversation, oi! If you want to continue that mid conversation as well, then you can.
Okay.
That's up to you.
I feel like Vin would just kind of ruffle his brow and mutter some things under his breath about wasting his breath on pleasantries if they've been keeping tabs on us so well, then Vin would just kind of remain silent.
Okay.
He would share
Well,
a smoke
with a lack of
Thaddeus,
response,
though,
Thaddeus is good. Oh, okay.
at the
Well,
table.
in that case, he does step out. You are gonna be polite enough to smoke at the table.
Oh, is he going outside to smoke? I thought we're in hiding.
He was gonna step out. No, well, no, you're not like hiding in the safe house, bolting the doors or nothing. You got some pretty nice walls. Like it's a compounded area. I'll briefly revisit.
This is like 13 hours.
No, yeah, it's not like some crazy like fucking safe house in terms of like you're all hiding in a basement together. It's So the compound is surrounded on 3 sides with chest-high fieldstone walls and a wooden gate which provides access to the road. The road compound is open, leading out into a field where cattle herds graze under the watchful eyes of local shepherds. So you have a little bit of privacy in this compound. And you're not on a main road, you're on sort of like a dirt side street.
Vin stays
You're in,
inside
like,
and smokes his perfumed cigarette.
Okay. Well, if you're lighting it up right in front of Thaddeus, then he's not gonna go outside. He'll sit back down, put some tobacco into his pipe, and light that up as well.
Hell yeah. I say, well, here's to our luck turning, then.
He's gonna raise his pipe up, sort of, not too much, but just slightly enough to sort of give a cheers or a salute, and then take a nice big draw and blow a smoke circle.
Hell yeah. That's all I do.
Okay. Anton, are you dead set on needing Khutula to be your first point of contact?
Doesn't have to be. I can probably talk to Visesh first. So.
Or any of the players, or any of that kind of stuff. It's up to you.
Yeah, any.
The world.
I
is
guess
your
I could
oyster,
probably.
Except for Khutula, she's off limits.
Okay. In that case, after a
She's
good long
coming.
nap. Anton is dead, so I mean, point of God. God damn it, Carlos.
I thought Anton had a family at one point.
Who, Anton? Or, like, is he married? Is that what you're asking?
I thought he was married at one point.
No. Never
Oh,
was.
Wow. Damn, he really is kind of a sad,
Not yet, at
sad
least.
sack, isn't he?
And, on top of that, as far as, like, family, all he's got is a mom and dad, and that's it. So otherwise, it's been fairly quiet for the most part. So.
He's lost all his friends in war, too? Damn, what a loser.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's rough.
I'm sorry, Knight. I'm just kidding.
God damn it. You sick bastard.
Lost in the
talk
West
to
Marsh.
Visesh. You're going to talk to Visesh.
Yes. Okay.
Speak to him.
So, walking outside, or walking wherever he is he outside or is he still inside?
He's towards the rear of the compound, observing the fields. Thuscar is also towards the rear of the compound, but if you were to think, oh, wait, I have the ability to draw. Shit, I can just do this. Sorry.
Yes, that would really help us, I think. That way we have an idea of what's going on here.
Time to draw a house.
Time to draw a pretty house.
Gonna draw a house. Can we swipe these beautiful horses, beautiful wagons, beautiful members, and beautiful orcs out of the
Beautiful orcs out of the way.
You're beautiful.
I am not an orc.
Oh, here,
Call
why don't we
that
ever do
right.
this?
I wish I was a beautiful orc.
It's a good idea. I'm just gonna try and delete this line. Fuck.
I'll delete it.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I got lucky.
So
Oh, cool.
compound.
Oh shit. I don't think we need those right now, do we?
I'm doing
really.
it for Chris's reference,
it's-
so he can have straight lines.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How about them apples?
Damn it.
Wonderful idea.
I've been bested by Nephis.
Okay, what do you say to
Desperado.
Visesh? Holy shit.
Yeah, I can do 2 and 1. I'm just gonna draw the
Thank
basic
you.
outline, and then anybody who wants to make it pretty.
Thank you for keeping a watch over everyone here. So at least we can have our rest.
He's just gonna politely nod at you.
Okay.
Sorry, baby brother's trying to ask me questions while I'm trying to do this. I have a question for you, Visesh, since I know I haven't really talked to you much.
He's not gonna respond, but he's just gonna kind of look at you and wait for you to say something.
All right. How exactly did you end up in the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, he had one eye on you before. He had one eye on the field, one eye on you, and as soon as you ask him that question, he turns his head and focuses directly upon you, looking you directly in the eyes, and asks you why that's important.
Oh, I'm just curious because usually when I hear about thieves, for example, back at the other hideout, you were wearing, I believe it was plate armor. It's not something I would expect of a thief.
He responds by telling you that he wouldn't expect a Tarvian knight to be stealing an ancient mask either.
Got him.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh god, that's really fucking horribly invisible. Well, that is effectively the floor plan.
So I'm just going to assume that you're perhaps some mercenary that's been working for him long term then?
He snorts his nose at you.
Rudeness.
Says, I am not a mercenary. I do not kill for money.
I'm a bit curious to what you do then.
I'm a bodyguard.
So you might kill for money.
You might somebody. Yeah.
My objective is not to take life, but to preserve it. If I do have to kill in the process of doing so, so be it. But that is not why I am getting paid. I'm paid for the safety of my assigned escort.
I don't know if it's possible, but DM, could I roll an insight check? Mainly to tell if he actually... Does he even give a shit about, the group, for example? Or is his only objective and care pretty much the boss? I don't think I'd be able to get that out of
I'm not gonna let you roll that for this occasion because you're trying to examine through the use of body language of an irrelevant conversation somebody's opinion based on a whole group of people, and
Fair enough.
I feel as though that might be a little bit too intense for looking at him while he's talking about his job as a bodyguard.
Okay, that's fine.
However, I mean, you could just ask him as well. I mean, there is that way.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to do that then. It'd probably be better just to be direct because I am kind of trying to get that kind of information.
To you.
So, when you say bodyguard, I just have to ask now, is the only one you actually care about protecting here just your boss?
Oh.
He tells you, Thaddeus is not my boss. Thaddeus is my friend.
Oh.
Ooh. My apologies then.
I protect him with my life, but I do it free of charge.
Free of charge?
He just kind of snorts at you once again, but in less of a angry snort and more of like an exasperated, combined with a roll of the eyes snort.
I don't mean to pry too much, but why would you be doing it for free? Has he helped you get out of something, do something?
Why do you help Mr. Santiago? Is that for money?
I mean...
Well, a little bit.
And the Dragonborn shrugs, and he nods and says, "Well, Thaddeus offers me employment occasionally, but much like yourself, that is not the only reason I am here."
Fair enough. In that case, I will leave you be then. Thank you.
He doesn't acknowledge your exiting, and he just merely returns to observing the field.
He's gonna have his eye on Visesh after this. Just a little curious on that. All right. Good to see that they're still watching over us, though. So in that case, I'm gonna go back inside, and since Khutula is here, I'm gonna go check to see how Khutula is doing.
She's napping on the table with her book out in front of her.
Oh,
At the same table I'm sitting at?
It's just a
different
common
one.
room table. It was empty when she sat there. Not her problem.
She looks cold. Maybe you should get a blanket for her.
I find a new table.
Wow.
I will point out there is only one table in this common area.
I go in the other
For
room
the sake
with
of
the other
refreshment,
table.
I'm just going to really quickly re-describe the safe house, more specifically the interior, just so that we're all up to speed in case you weren't reading that high up. So the Jozoy safe house is located just off the main road near the center of town. Its compound is surrounded on three sides with chest-high fieldstone walls, and a wooden gate provides access from the road. The rear of the compound is open, leading out to an open field where cattle herds graze under the watchful eyes of local shepherds. The safe house is built from quarried stone with a thatched roof. The interior is deceptively large, 2 barrack-style rooms that contain enough beds and storage for 6 people each, as well as a kitchen and common room with a large table and benches. Just the one large table. There's a trapdoor leading to a cellar located in the kitchen, with an access at the rear of the house. Inside are jars of preserved food and even an untapped barrel of ale. A door in the cellar opens to reveal a room that is empty, save for a table and chairs. And Thaddeus explained as he was giving a tour that it's a workspace for guild members. There's enough space in the stables for all 4 draft horses, as well as extra room for supplies or cargo to be kept if desired. So
this place is badass.
Yeah, like it's a not
It's a nice
very,
place.
like, super rich fancy house, but it's a fairly well-to-do sort of upper middle class kind of in the economy scale. So you're not it's not like a garbage dump. It's actually like there was some level of expenditure to the tune of probably a few hundred gold pieces renovating this for each of the little, like, areas. Someone invested in this property.
Only a few hundred gold pieces.
I said for each of the little projects. So, like, there's a little garden that's quite nice. They're like I said, like, the walls and each of the rooms themselves, like, they've been built nice. It's not it's not extravagant and elaborate, but it's definitely not like a fucking dirt floor with mud walls. It's pretty okay. It's fine. It's definitely absolutely nowhere near what you're used to in terms of what fine living, but an average peasant would consider this to be, like, pretty fucking nice.
All right. Khutula, would Anton even know if this is your journal, or is your sketching book also your journal, pretty much?
Well, if he entered the building the same time as her, he saw her sit down, possibly saw her sit down and start scribbling in it.
I think I would have
Or
seen
napkin.
that. I think I would have seen that, what was it, before the whole assassin situation, because she was sitting there with the same book, I want to say, just scribbling in it, right?
I mean, it's her journal, so yeah, she always has it.
Okay. Seeing that the book is open, but trying not to wake her, he's going to go ahead and try to quietly enter to close the book.
Oh my god, you don't even look at it. Wow.
Do I really even... Do I even really want to look at what's inside of it? I kind of...
I don't know,
your
do
stuff,
you?
so-
You want to read her diary pages?
Diary. Anton
See if there's
is
any
so
boys
dreamy.
she likes?
God damn it. No, it's a... I'm going to try to avoid that, but no, this is a private thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and just close the book and try to silently exit. That's what I'm pretty much going to do.
My hero.
Okay.
Roll sleight of hand.
Roll sleight of... God damn it. DM, what am I rolling?
No, I'm
Sleight
joking.
of hand.
Sleight of hand. Ah, fuck.
Okay.
Shit. Which is that going to be? +2.
Wow, that was a lot darker than I expected. Okay, that's cool.
14.
Beat her passive wisdom. Congratulations.
Okay, so if I successfully close the book.
Sure.
Sounds like it.
Holy shit.
Seeing that she's still sleeping, I'm gonna go ahead and leave, because I'd rather not disturb her right now. She is busy napping.
Okay.
Fell asleep in a common place. Her loss. Her
Um,
mistake.
Okay, so seeing that we can't really do anything else there right now, I'm gonna go and check on the armor. And I'd imagine it's pretty much just gonna be what you told me before, right? Pretty
Are you
much.
just gonna
that-
fuck off into town and like find somebody to identify exactly what this could be used for, or how are you gonna go about this? You do
just
need
personally-
exactly details as to.
personally trying to look at it more in thorough now. I'm not going to be looking for somebody to identify this better. If I'm doing anything of that nature, it's going to be at the forge at this point. I'm a little paranoid of that.
We best get rid of that metal. There's no
Okay,
sense carrying it
so
around.
Anton wants to look at these pieces of sheet metal and fathom what they could possibly be used for.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we already
Okay, how
fucking
long are
do
you gonna
that?
take to think about
Yes.
this?
But only some people were here, though.
Everyone was there for
Oh,
that.
okay.
We did
Well,
that like as soon as
would
we
you like?
found it.
Would you like? He did it. He did it again later on, which is fine. So with the same, are we basing it off of the same roll that you had?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, okay. Earlier, Anton wanted to see what the sheets of the sheet metal, sorry, the box full of sheet metal, like what this could be used for, and he effectively has no fucking idea because he's never seen sheet metal in these dimensions before. Just on a larger scale. So, given his experience, he has never had to work with something that large. A little bit stumped as to what somebody might use it for. And it's also a different sort of quality or density or otherwise. It's a different type of steel than what he's used to working with, in the sense that it's not Tarvian steel.
Correct.
Refined using Tarvian techniques and Tarvian materials.
A bit
So-
frustrated not being able to really find out much more, but still intrigued by these sheets here. Very curious to see if we can even use them at the forge. We
Vin
probably can.
comes out and finds Anton. Vin says, "We best be getting rid of this heavy metal. No sense carrying it with us."
Wait, why?
So we're on the run, Mr. Greycastle. We shall travel light.
Then I don't know how much of a say you got in this, just because you're more concerned about the color of a horse. Okay?
That has nothing to do with us, everyone, lugging around a crate full of useless metal.
Useless. I don't know. This could make. I'm not exactly sure what
Go
exactly
into
these can make.
town and
I'd imagine.
find a craftsperson who can make something out of it and fetch a good price for it. I'm not saying to leave it rusting in the rain now that we've brought it this far. We shall travel
I'll
light,
give it-
Mr. Greycastle.
I'll give it some thought, but I still think we can do something with this. It just generally, when it comes to metals, just when it's not used into something just
to do
yet.
with this metal, Mr. Greycastle? Why have you grown such an attachment to it?
If we get it to the forge, we can make armor.
The forge is hundreds of miles away from here.
I'm aware. It's something that could help us, but if it really is going to be that much of an issue, then
We are not common merchants.
I'm not a merchant either. What the hell you want from me?
Why must we carry this crate of useless metal across the entire continent?
Because, as I'm trying to tell you, Vin, it could help us make armor. That way I don't die. Or anybody else,
I will pay for
that
your
would like
armor,
not to
Mr.
die.
Greycastle.
You're gonna pay for my armor.
Yes, if it will quiet you down and settle your nerves. You've been quite unruly lately, Mr. Greycastle.
He kind of just squints at him.
Wow, Venice absolutely fucking loaded, I guess.
Then, why would you buy me armor? I'm kind of curious. I mean, I appreciate the offer, I really do, but
Oh,
why would you want
anyone do
to buy me armor?
anything, Mr. Greycastle? Do you question my allegiance?
Excuse me?
You heard what I said, lad.
Why would I question your allegiance?
Yes, that's what I said.
Elaborate.
I don't find the need to do so. If we are truly working together, why would you not accept? Forget this. I will go into town and find a craftsperson myself. I'll fetch a good price for it, I promise you.
No,
Let's get going, Mr. Greycastle. Help me
He-
pack up these horses and we'll head into town.
he kind of sits there for a moment, just kind of feeling the mask on his face for a second. Damn it. Fine. Besides, I've been wanting to talk to you and Nephis if he happens to be around anyway, so.
Well, you can talk to me right now. Help me with this horse, lad.
Alright. And he's going to go ahead and help get that stuff prepared to get moved. So,
I'm,
oh,
are we taking the cart into town? I'm just riding a horse.
oh.
We'll make we'll make arrangements for the craftspeople to come here and pick that up, unless they want to pay extra for delivery, of course.
Shouldn't we probably ask the others' opinion on this? Carlos?
Grab a
boss?
sample of those plates from the crate. That will be sufficient. And shine it up nicely. Get a nice rag with some oil or something.
What?
Vin walks over to the
He's-
crate and grabs a piece of metal out of it.
Yeah, can we even just easily pick up a
There-
sheet?
Not easily, no. If anybody here has handled sheets of steel,
Well, it depends how big
they're
they are.
like these ones are good like 50 pounds. Oh, they're quite like the exact dimensions. Just give me a second.
Okay.
You're looking at least like 15 to 20 square feet.
Oh, Jesus
Per sheet?
Christ.
Like 16 15 yeah per sheet.
How many
They're-
fucking
they're
sheets are there?
stacked. You don't know how many sheets there are because nobody's bothered lifting each one out to fucking check, but it was an impossibly heavy crate, which was one of the reasons like why it stayed in its cart.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Vin's first idea. We're probably just gonna have to find somebody. We're not gonna take a sample. There's no fucking way. This shit's staying right here for
You're
right
a
now.
rather strapping lad, Mr. Greycastle. I'm sure you could carry one.
Oh hell no.
Huh.
Not for an extended period of time. No, this is staying right here.
All
We
of a
should probably
sudden
just
you-
get somebody.
You've grown allergic to hard work? Oh, very well.
Have you seen how big these things are?
Yes. All right. I tack up one of the horses.
Anton's gonna go ahead and grab a horse as well. So
Okay.
This is a rather risky endeavor. I hope you've... I believe we're supposed to be in hiding.
yes, we are. That's why I was asking. Do you think we should probably go ask the others first before we go doing any of this? Because
If we get
They
into
may feel
trouble, I'll
differently.
send a message.
to who?
Your mother.
Ugh.
Let's get
Jackass.
Got
going.
him.
This kind of just mutters a swear
Go
just
fetch
under his
whoever
breath.
you feel the need to bring with us, then.
Okay, so we've got a horse now.
We have 4 horses.
Yeah, we should only be taking 2.
Okay. So it's just you and me, then.
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
What?
What? What, did you want to invite anybody else?
You're the one who's, like, getting upset at me for not bringing people and telling people. Go tell
What?
whoever you need to tell whatever's going on, Mr. Greycastle.
No, I thought you were wanting to come with me. I mean, if you need to tell me straight, Vin.
Anton, are you feeling all right? I'm ready to leave this moment.
Then let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck.
Okay, me and Anton clop into town looking for
Yes.
craftsmen.
God.
Okay. Like I said, you're like pretty much like in town, so you
Yes, but we
clop
look...
your way out of the wooden gate. You clop your way left up the street into the square, and about like 3 minutes of clopping later, you're in the town square.
We look more official with horses.
I'm not
I have one of the
I'm
black
not judging
ones.
you based on the fact that you needed to get on a horse to go in. I'm just more stating you're
Oh, we know the real truth.
really
He's
in
been
town.
He's been walking for a while. He needs to rest them legs. It's okay. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a whole lot of walking.
I'll allow you to have that opinion based on the fact that it's solely your opinion.
Thank you so much, DM.
I just want to clop. Let's go.
Okay, do we find anybody or should we roll perception?
Well, yes, there's a lot of people around.
It's a rather small town. I'm sure we can find someone quickly enough.
Surely.
Are you just looking for like the first person you can see and you flag them down and say hello, or what?
I'm looking for potential craftsmen, blacksmiths, forgers,
I'm looking.
metalsmiths.
Yeah, I'm looking for blacksmith.
I rolled a 3.
Well, despite the fact that this is a fairly small town, and despite the fact, sorry, you rolled a 3?
Well, that was my roll.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 plus 5. I got an 8.
Oh, okay. It's
Should I hold off on rolling, or no? You were busy
You're
explaining
looking
something.
too, lad.
yeah,
Keep
absolutely.
your eyes
You can
open,
roll.
Mr. Greycastle.
Okay, I just
You
wanted to
can
make
roll
sure.
if you
I
want
brought
to.
you for a reason, not to just carry around any dead weight.
Fucking hell. That would be A6.
You guys travel to the wrong end of town, but you eventually find out where the right end of town is. To wait your turn. Next on my list of shit to do is Carlos.
Hello.
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 Floor is yours, sir.
All right. So Carlos is at first he's just gonna kind of take a look around the property just to get his bearings, kind of verify that it's safe, defensible. Just kind of get an eye for like where potential attacks could come from and that kind of thing. He'd probably spend 30 minutes doing that. Afterwards, when he was satisfied, he'd make his way into town and try to find some kind of ranged weapon, like a short bow or a light crossbow, and also look for a crowbar.
Okay.
Oh my.
And I believe, Isaac, you're also going to be you're looking to do something very similar.
Yes.
Which
No.
is is it a longbow that you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if they have a good one in town. If they don't, oh well. But I am missing the ability to shoot a motherfucker.
Is a very good ability to have. Nephis is fast asleep. Khutula is the only one who I haven't had a chance to ask the things that Khutula would be interested in doing while she's here at Jozoy.
She's also asleep. But maybe not anymore.
She's just napping on the table unless somebody causes a ruckus.
Okay, so Nephis and Khutula are just rest. Cool. Okay. Well, I will say that you all eventually end up at the same place or the same general area, not exactly at the same time. Obviously, Vinshenzo and Anton on their clippity-cloppity horse get to the area of town where the smithies are, which is in Old Ward. There are 3 open blacksmith forges. They're not directly right next to each other, but they're along the same sort of they're along the same side of the street on the same sort of edge of town. They're across from a number of Fletchers and furniture makers, woodworkers, that kind of thing. This seems to be with a more industrial refinery part of town. All 3 blacksmiths seem to be fairly simple establishments. Doesn't seem like they make a whole lot of fancy stuff. Doesn't seem like they have a whole lot of complicated equipment. Fairly bare bones smithies.
Just your local blacksmith, nothing necessarily.
Yeah, a lot of the things that they have on display for sale are things like scythes, kitchen knives, candlesticks for some of them, but the candlesticks are like, just wrought iron little crafty bits. A lot of nails, things like that are waiting to be picked up by craftsmen. Like it's all simple stuff. They're blades and stuff that you can definitely tell weren't freshly made. Like they're old knives or old wood cutting axes that have all been freshly sharpened. But they're not like new tools. They're just tools that have been sent off by clients to.
Yeah, these are not the kind of blacksmiths we're probably looking for, though. I am curious. The sheets. Do I see anything similar to those? And just by glancing at any of these blacksmiths, do they have that lying around?
Say that again.
Do any of the blacksmiths have these like sheets of metal that are around? That have similar technique. How it's just these large sheets. Do they have them visible, or is that not something?
None of their stock is easily visible from the street.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was. I just was curious.
Yeah. Isaac and Carlos, I don't know if you guys left the house at the same time or if you just kind of independently chose to go on your way to find what you're looking for, but you guys end up at the same part of town on the same street, and find Nephis and not Nephis, Anton and Vinshenzo on a horse.
Oh.
I nod to them. And I go to speak to the most eminent blacksmith.
Would Vinshenzo consider age to be a form of eminence?
The most industrious and well-to-do shop or smithy area.
Okay, they're all fairly equal when it comes to, we'll say the aesthetics. One of the shops, which, if you're looking down the street, is the middle one. One of the middle shop is a little bit tidier. As well, there are 3 people working there, whereas the one closest to you that you can see into most easily only has 2 people, but the third, the 3-man shop in the middle,
most workers.
Okay, so you can tell as you get a little bit closer that it's very obviously like a father and 2 sons. The father is older; his beard is starting to gray, and his he's looks like a well-worn career craftsman, and his boys are barely men. They still have the red cheeks and sort of baby fat that's left over from youth.
Oh. Humans?
Probably about like 14, 15 years old. Yep, they're human.
Okay.
That is something good to bring up. While he's having this conversation, do I notice any dwarven blacksmiths? Or is that not something?
No. These are all humans. This entire town, for the most part, is human. You guys bring the most exotic complement of people to this town. You're like 97% of the non-human population is living under the same roof.
Oh, damn. Okay. In that case, I'm going to stick with Finn, and he seems to be wanting to do the talkings.
I speak with them. What is the forge that we're going to called?
It doesn't have a name. It's just an open air, not an open air, but it's a semi-open air workshop. There is no sign. There is no nothing. You know it's a blacksmith shop specifically because there's a blacksmith working there, smacking a piece of metal on an anvil next to a forge.
The long-term goal forge, where we can get vampire killing weapons forged.
Oh, Oh, you guys just know that it's called the Forge, like a capital
Yeah.
T and a capital F.
Okay. What
Yeah,
is the
we know nothing
area
more.
called?
The area
Like
of the Forge
it's like
in
built
the
into a
mountains
mountain,
of.
isn't it? What mountain? Do we know that?
Yep,
Undersh Mountains, right?
You do know that. Yes.
I
That is
believe
the
that
name.
was told. What is it called? The mountain?
Isaac?
Oh, it's the Undersh Mountains.
Ah,
If I'm not misremembering that.
well done. I go up to the
I'll double check my super map.
the father.
Okay.
I go up to the father and I say, "Ah, hello there, sir. Me and my compatriot here, we are simple merchant folk, and we happen to have made a my friend here, he seems to have made a clerical error in some of our wares, and we seem to be a bit too heavy in terms of what we can carry on throughout our journey. You see, it is, would you have any interest in the finest grade steel from the Undersh Mountain region, forged by the warm, liquid, geothermal essence that flows like water there?"
I'm gonna
Anton's
stop you
kind
right
of
there.
Anton
And the
rolls
reason
his
I'm going to
eyes.
stop you right there is I want to double check to make sure that you know what your character is saying, in the sense that, is Seeker aware of the fact that this is just some random shitty steel from somewhere in the West Marches and it has never come from the Forge?
Yes.
Is this like a sales pitch that
This
he's
is a
delivering?
sales
Okay, I
pitch.
just
I'm
want to double
BSing
check to
these
make sure.
people.
I think he's attempting
I just want to
deception.
make 100% certain. He is, but that's the reason why I was double checking, because it is like factually
I'll
inaccurate, and
roll-
I have
Yeah.
I'll roll
specific.
deception if you want me to.
You don't need to, and the
Okay.
reason you don't need to is because the steel's not there, so it's not actually deception. It's gonna be like performance or persuasion. Probably persuasion, I think, would be the smartest, because you're trying to request he buy your stuff. Persuading him to buy your shit without having a sample on hand, he can only take your word at it and expect that you're telling them.
Do you want me to roll persuasion?
So,
then?
yep,
Okay.
you're persuading
I
him
roll persuasion.
that you got some good stuff.
That is 4 plus 3 plus 7. Okay, so 8 plus 7, so 15.
15. The blacksmith is interested, but he's a little bit he's a little bit not wary, but hesitant more, and he asks, "What are the size of these steel sheets?"
What did you say? 15 by 20?
Yeah, 15 by 20.
I give
They're-
him the dimensions.
Okay, he scratches his head. He doesn't even bother hiding his emotions. He's got kind of like a yikes expression. Ooh, his eyes widen, and he parses his lips, and he says, "I don't think I can do anything with that here. Sorry. Probably have a better time going to one of the larger towns to sell your wares."
Yes, but it's the darndest thing. See, we are merchants. We're carrying so much, so many wares from our previous endeavor that we cannot make it to the next town. I'd be willing to part with it at a highly competitive discount rate.
Anton just kind of squints at Vin.
So, did both
Mhm.
characters remember that Thaddeus offered to find a way to sell the wares himself?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He did. He specifically said, "Hey, if you guys
fuck.
don't want to take this cargo along, we'll keep it for you, and we'll handle it on your.
Yeah,
on
we
your
might as
behalf.
well. I don't think-
completely
So they have
forgot
offered to do
or I
that
didn't
for you
hear
in the
it.
background.
Yeah, I
That's fine. It was during last session. It wasn't written down.
Yeah,
It
it
wasn't
was-
on any of the dialogue.
It was during last session, right after we discovered that it was a bunch of armor plates, and we were all standing around the cart trying to decide what to do with it.
oh shit. Okay.
It was during Vin's NPC moment of wanting us to leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh
Well, if you're not interested in it, I'm afraid it's your loss.
He smiles and says, "Oh, I wouldn't have anything to do with it anyways." And he sort of waves around the shop. I don't even have shears to cut sheet steel. Especially something of that quality would break any of my break any of the tools I could even make to cut it. Honestly, this is industrial. From what you tell me, this sounds like industrial steel, not anything a simple village smith could use.
Very well. Well, I
Anton
didn't mean
agrees with
to
this.
impose or insult. I was simply trying to offer and make a good offer to you, sir. If you're not interested, fair enough. I will show myself away.
He smiles at you genuinely and waves as you depart before returning to his job.
I go back. Or
yeah, we should
I
go
look
back.
for a
yeah.
hand crossbow.
Okay, well, as you walk away from this middle smith, Carlos and Isaac, you happen to arrive on this street. Whether you choose to interact with each other or not is entirely up to you. But I'm switching quickly over to Carlos and Isaac.
What brings you guys down here?
I'm trying to find a good price for the steel we came across so we don't have to be lugging it about. I was wondering what the local smiths would pay for it, but they don't seem interested.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a matter of interest, it's a matter of they can't do anything with it. I don't think you
Yes.
realize by looking at any of these smiths.
Thank you, Mr. Greycastle. Yes, they're not interested then.
Vin, do you not trust Thaddeus with taking care of it?
I was just keeping our options open, Mr. Santiago. Surely you'd take a better price if it was on the table.
You're not wrong about that.
And you should be thanking me, lad.
Indeed. Anyway.
Indeed. Have you seen
Sure.
a shop, a Fletcher's shop, where one could perhaps procure a small portable crossbow? One that fits in the hand.
Can I see
will
one from where
quickly
I'm standing?
Point out that yes. So for reference, if you guys are looking at, I guess I did post in Maps 2 a map of the town of Jozoy.
Okay.
But if you were to reference that in Discord on Maps 2, you will notice that there are
Let's get the map of
two districts. The
Jozoy in
eastmost.
here.
Absolutely, we can. Devon, is that something you're able to do now, or is that something that we'll have to wait
Of
for?
course.
He's doing it
You
now.
are wonderful. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm tabbed out of the game, looking at a couple other windows, so I'm not directly.
It's fine.
Enjoy your tobbing, sir. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just noticed the pretty mountain picture. That's really nice.
We made
It was a
that
group
quite
effort.
a while ago. It's just been far away from the
Oh.
table, but we brought it in because it's a Christmas decoration.
It's really nice.
I made the trees.
Okay, so reference town of Jozoy map. So Smoke Hook. This will be common. All these things are common knowledge to all of the people present. So Smokehook is the fish smoking district. This is effectively where Jozoy makes all of its money. So all the fishing boats come in and they sell their wares. All the fish get smoked, and then all the smoked fish goes, well, it's effectively all over the region. That is where most of the export comes from. Is the smoking district. Old Ward, which is where Isaac, Carlos, Anton, and Vinshenzo are. You guys are sort of towards the farther end of Old Ward. As you're walking west out of town, blacksmiths are on your left, and on your right is carpenters and fleshers. Oh, hey, crazy that you're here. What the fuck's going on? And like behind Vinshenzo is 3 blacksmiths, and off to his left, his left, Carlos's right, is like the carpentry, fletching, like the shop that he's looking for is basically over his shoulder.
Outstanding. All right.
That's how.
So,
that's how the visualization of your current spot. If Vinshenzo, like I said, this is sort of common knowledge. So if you want to continue to ask that question, that's cool. But you didn't notice. Like, however you want to handle that. Anyways, that is information that was said before, but just making it a little bit more elaborate. IV steps for you guys is where you are. That's where the safe house is. IV steps is sort of where like I said, it's your upper middle class. It's the nicest place in the town, but it's upper middle class. You would be dry. Wine. So you're going to be red. Red's a nice color. This would be your compound. This would be where you are.
All right.
Port obviously is the. So that is the town of Jozoy in a nutshell. Again, that's all the information that is common knowledge in terms of the districts and what they're for.
So is Vin still gonna ask that question?
I asked Carlos the question that I asked.
Awesome. Carlos would take a few seconds and he'd look to his left and right, and he'd wave over to his right in the direction of the Fletcher shop and like, oh, here it is. Coincidence, that's exactly where we're going too.
Yes, I'm looking for a small crossbow.
Vin, if you no longer, I'm no longer needed here, I may go ahead and ride back.
Best we stay together, Mr. Greycastle, in case we get ambushed.
Oh, damn it, he's right. Fine.
He does have a point.
He does have a point. Okay.
All right, well, let's go see what they have then. Maybe we'll get lucky, but I wouldn't hold my luck out for a hand crossbow. They're usually a lot more intricate, harder to make. I don't know if
Yes, it is what I'm
kind of
used to.
individuals
It's a
we'd
more
find here.
fine tool for a fine person such as myself.
I don't disagree. I am quite proficient in them myself.
Perhaps we could have a little contest when we return to the compound if we can find one.
Indeed, perhaps we can shoot some apples off of Mr. Greycastle's head.
Oh my.
Only if I get a metal helmet.
Anyway,
There's
Carlos
fun in
would
that.
start moving towards the Fletcher.
Okay.
I begin browsing.
Oh,
Yeah, that. So do I.
So the workshop is still once again open air, but it's a little bit more enclosed. A little bit more enclosed than the blacksmith shops for obvious reasons. There's a gigantic ass fucking forge that requires to be ventilated. It's like he's got a number of blanks in a press to mold them into a specific shape, and he has there's a woman who's on a spinning wheel, and she seems to be working on making strings, long cords of string.
Yeah.
Outstanding. We take a look at what's already made. What does he have out on display?
So on display, really it's just arrows. A lot of arrows. Some of them have chicken feathers for fletching, or for their I think it's called the fletch. Chicken feathers for the fletching. Some of them have partridge or whatever, different colors of arrows.
Yeah.
Or different colors of feathers on the arrows. And aside from that, there are some simple short bows, and then there are some more elegant in the sense that they're nicely formed and pressed and a little more laminate than the other short. You can definitely tell that these are not weapons of war, they're hunting implements. And the same thing with the arrows. The arrowheads are meant more for hunting. They're not like big ass broadhead arrows or any nicely formed. They're just fairly crude, simple, classic arrowhead.
I approach the shopkeeper.
The shopkeeper approaches you back.
It was a woman, you said?
No. There is a woman, but she's like working a spinning wheel. She's making cord.
Hello, sir. I'm in the market for a rather intricate piece. Pardon me if this is beyond what you produce here, but a crossbow fitted for the hand, a small instrument.
The boyar scratches his chin and ponders for a moment. He says, "Well, I myself, I couldn't make that, but if you ask my buddy he works the carpentry shop just by me. I think he might have some expertise in making different kinds of crossbows. I can definitely supply him if he doesn't have any lying around. I can supply him with the bowstring needed for a crossbow. But personally, I don't make them myself. It's a lot of very delicate, precise tools that I don't use."
I understand, sir. I will speak to your friend then. Thank you very much.
He nods his head and he calls after you as you're like walking away. He says, if he does get you one, if you need any bolts, I can make you some bolts on special order.
Special order. I see. Thank you.
Vin likes the sound of that.
Vin does not like the sound of that. That takes time.
But it's special order. It's special for a special boy.
I suppose.
I will state, like, if you see shit like the effectively like browsing for stuff in these shops, it's not an actual like shop where the tavern keeper stops, goes to the counter, and like takes you through the shelves that he has on display. Like, these guys are very much, I happen to finish making like one or two bows that are finished, or the blacksmith, he's got a couple pieces, but they're like in a rack in the done pile. Like, it's really like, hey, I got those four, and I'm also making another thing in the back, and if you want something else, I'll grab it for you, because he's in the middle of 17 horseshoes. This is the style of, it's like created on the spot. They'll give it to you in 2 days, come back later kind of business that you're working in towards. These guys do not have high volume production. It really is like piece by piece. It's a small village. They don't
I understand.
They don't have enough resources, staff, and money to be able to keep an inventory.
I understand. I go to the... I guess, how long are we planning on staying in Jozoy?
We never determined that.
I asked
But I
Carlos.
think
There is no imminent threat here.
Well, from what we understand, there is more or less safe. It'll probably take them some time to send anything else here. We could probably spare a couple days if people wanted to rest, but we should probably be on our way without too much delay.
Yes, I'd like to stay on the move as well.
If they need some time to craft whatever you need, then we could, like I said, we could probably spare a couple days, but I wouldn't want to tarry much longer than that.
It is not an imminent need, Vin says.
Indeed, I'm honestly surprised you're looking into any type of weapon.
It is a tool.
If that's how you wish to view it.
Could Anton overhear this conversation?
Probably. I mean, you came into the shop with them, right?
Oh
Yeah.
boy, I can't wait to get berated for this.
No, actually, he takes great interest.
Vin buying weapons? How queer!
Well, just kind of also seeing how Carlos is, I don't know how Carlos would view it, but he does like that, Vin is perhaps considering a weapon, but also remembers that it's a tool, so it's not some plaything.
Yes, it is not some plaything. I intend to use it, but I do not intend to use it against anyone who...
Only when things get really dire.
Well, if you say so.
Well, that is the thing, isn't it? Tools can be used for a variety of purposes, but weapons only have one.
So simple-minded, Mr. Santiago. You've never...
What other purpose would a crossbow hold?
I could think of several. You've never...
Then speak them.
In your travels with the Thieves Guild, you've never used a grappling hook or such things?
Would they have, like, grappling hooks that you shoot from crossbows in this setting? Would that be something that Carlos ever came across?
I've heard
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, the concept of grappling hooks and having a launcher system, 100%. Even if it's on like a larger scale, like not just a little crossbow, but a fucking ballista type device that can launch it. Those types of things. Absolutely, grappling hooks or that type of climbing equipment does exist.
You could tie it. You could fix a scroll to it and send someone a message from far away.
Now you're just reaching, then.
Yes, I can reach much higher than you can, Mr. Santiago.
Oh my god.
God damn.
I'm rather tall.
Yes, your head is rather in the clouds, isn't it?
Fucking Christ.
Gives me perspective.
Night will not survive.
I will not wait around for a crossbow to be made. I will make my leave and head back to the compound.
Jesus Christ.
If I were you, I'd at least check to see if he has anything, but more likely than not, he does not.
Anton behind.
I'm sticking with Ven.
Oh.
Does Anton have any shopping?
Have you just been sitting on the horse the whole fucking time?
Anton, we hitched our horses.
He's like a toddler. He's like a toddler in the fucking backseat of the car. Like, okay, keep the doors unlocked. Lower the window. Be back soon, sweetie. Just doing some groceries.
Anton's
That's okay.
my just bodyguard.
That's okay. Keep them unlocked. I'll kill anybody that comes near me.
He's got his arms crossed.
I have
He's
no
pouting
more
in the
use
backseat.
for these stores. Such a simple arrangement.
But no,
Anyway.
Anton's been with Vin. So.
Well, since the drama queen's fucked off, does he have any ready-made products right now?
I haven't
Yep.
left yet.
He's got 2 short bows ready to go.
Carlos moves over to the short bows and examines their craftsmanship.
I will do the same.
They're both nice, just different. One of them, like I said, there's a laminate. Actually, there's 2 laminates. One of them is not stringed though. Laminate short bow, so it's made of the closer to like your classic Mongolian style like horse bow. It's got the fucking recurve bends. It's made of sandwiched and sandwich wood that has been pressed into a form.
Excellent. And there's no obvious
and then
defects.
One of them is. It's not like perfect craftsmanship. Like you can, there's a few, like it's not the finest quality finish. But it's not like, it's not cracked. It's not too thin in places. It doesn't look like if you try and fire an arrow, it's gonna like go forward 3 feet and blonk into the ground like, some kid who just took a branch and put fucking string on it. It's not. It looks like it'll function perfectly fine. Well, once again, these are not weapons of war. These are meant for like Buddy to go hunt rabbits, deer.
Right.
They're fairly simple pieces of equipment. They're not meant for anything other than just here you go. Here's a bow. You don't have to annihilate your bank account just to get a bow.
Copy.
The other one is a fairly simple one, but it's a little bit sturdier. It's also a little bit larger. And if you guys are actually like picking them up and testing it, it's got a heavier draw weight, a little bit harder to pull back.
Okay. Well, it's much stronger than me. All right, Carlos, are they within like I can grab them, right? They're like, out in the open.
Steal it.
They're not isolated. They are.
Are they within reach?
Obviously out in the open. Yeah, well, I assume that you're standing next to them, like right in front of them, looking at it. They're not locked or hidden away or kept out of reach. You can definitely like pick one up and touch it.
Okay. Yeah, Carlos would pick up the laminate one. Is that the one that's already strung?
Both the laminate and the more simple style short bow are strung and ready to go, and there is a second laminate that is unstrung, otherwise finished.
Okay, so he'd test the draw with that one, and then he'd test the draw with the other, and then he would go back to the laminate, because he doesn't want anything that's too taxing. It's stronger than average, but he's in no way as strong as some other people like Isaac is. So he'd take the laminate and he'd call out to the shopkeeper and be like, good sir, I'd be interested in purchasing this bow along with a quiver of arrows.
Excuse me. He tells you that that bow is gonna be 17 gold pieces, and that includes the arrows.
17 gold, including arrows?
Yeah.
How many arrows does it come with?
17 gold for. He'll give you 30 arrows. They don't come in a quiver, though. He gives you 30 arrows in a wicker basket.
Outstanding. I imagine I can buy a quiver somewhere.
Not from him.
Obviously.
Not from it.
All right, yeah. He'll pay the 17 gold. It seems more than fair.
Okay. Isaac?
I'm gonna test out the simple, sturdier one.
So
I'm gonna ask for how much.
The more simple boat has a heavier draw weight, and for that one, he asks you for. Well, first he asks if you want arrows.
Yeah, I'll go with arrows.
He asks for 12 gold.
I will take it. That's a bargain.
And you get it. And once again, he throws you a fucking wicker basket full of 30 arrows. A whisker basket, thank you.
Made of cat whiskers. It's very hard to make.
Yes. It's very hard to herd them too.
How cruel.
Awesome. All right, so I'll take my leave and I'll step outside and I'll look for like I don't know, a leather worker or something to find a quiver.
Okay. So that you also end up finding one in the finding a leather worker in the old market. That place where you are, the old ward. Thank you. You find a leather maker. He's in the middle of soaking a whole bunch of hides, get them ready to be processed. And he stops his work and he shakes off his arms, rolls down his sleeves that have been like past the elbow, and as he's like wiping his hands off on his apron, and comes over and says, "How can I help you?"
Jesus. Yes, I just recently purchased a short bow, and I am in need of a quiver. And one large enough to hold about 30 arrows.
He gestures towards your wicker basket. Yeah. What happened to be those 30 arrows? What it?
Quite astute of you.
Ah. Yeah, I can do that for you. I don't have any in stock. Usually all my leather goes straight to export, but I can definitely make something up for you. How fast do you need it?
As soon as possible. We're not interested in. We're on a deadline, and we're not interested in tarrying any longer than necessary. How long would it take you to just make a simple, usable quiver?
Simple, usable quiver. He looks behind him and he says, "Well, I got some leather. It's almost finished tanning out back. This leather that I'm working on. Once I can confirm that it's ready to go, it's all fully cured. I can make one up pretty quick for you. It'll be I won't charge you too much. You just came a little early. You might have to wait probably till I can give it to you tomorrow morning. Does that work?"
Tomorrow morning would be good, actually. We probably plan on leaving in the morning, so we can stop by and pick it up. Would Isaac also be here with me?
No.
No, he's satisfied with his wicker basket?
Yes.
Okay.
You legend.
It will do for now.
Spectacular.
He didn't have a quiver before either.
You don't know that.
Well, the leather worker puts a hand on a hip and he cracks a little bit of a smile and he says, "So you going out? You go hunting? A little big game hunting trip there? Not a lot of other reasons to be hunting around here. If you are, I've heard up north there's a pack of wild boars that are causing some havoc in a couple farmers' fields. If you're looking for places to go test out your new bow."
Oh, boars. I heard they're pretty dangerous. Don't people normally hunt those with specialized boar spears to avoid getting gored?
I mean, these are pretty small pegs, but if you're really concerned, I know that Raphael down the main drag there, he makes boar spears. He makes a couple other couple other nasty pieces of work. All spears, of course, but it makes a couple other of them. If you're really that concerned, you can always pick one of them up with you. But
I guess it would
I find
depend on the
the boars
size.
aren't too big around here.
Fair enough. Mostly we're just picking one up, as you travel. A good way to supplement your rations if you have something you can hunt with.
Yeah, okay. I'll get that made up for you, and I'll have it ready by tomorrow morning. You just stop by here first thing, and I'll hand it over.
Excellent. I'll see you then. And
Okay, have a good day.
all right. Carlos would leave, and he'd go for the last thing he was planning on getting, and he would take a look at the nearest blacksmith. He's not very picky, and he'd look to see if they had any crowbars.
No.
No? Do any of the blacksmiths have crowbars?
No.
Oh.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Carlos would be a little disappointed, but he'd head back to the safe house.
You could order one.
No.
Okay.
Vin was right about them
That's
being
good.
simple folk around here. Oh no.
Oh no, Vin was right about something else.
Damn it, again.
What an asshole.
How dare you be correct?
How dare you?
Amazing. So yeah, Vin and Anton, you clop your way back to the house. Takes
Oh my.
fucking no time at all. You get back, you find Thuskar, who's like wandering about in the nice little garden that's in front of the house. Other
Alright.
than that, everything looks the same as when you'd left it. You know, you've only been gone for like half an hour.
Yeah, not too long.
I speak.
Well,
Excuse me. I speak to Thaddeus.
All right,
go and
he's
scurry the
he's
horses.
inside. He's actually cooking some lunch.
I
He's
get,
got a-
I
he's got a
get
soup
away
broth
from
going on.
Anton and I speak to Thaddeus.
Okay.
I leave Anton behind. And I leave my horse tacked for a single rider.
Oh. Okay.
But I stable it. And yeah. I speak
Yeah.
to Thaddeus. What was his last name? Spark? Thaddeus Spark?
Thaddeus Spark. That is correct.
Mr. Spark, you were... Sounds like I'm saying Mr. Spock. You
Engage.
you had mentioned taking care of that crate of metal, correct?
Yeah, he says, "Yep, I can do that for you.
Yes.
It'd be nice to push legitimate wares for once."
Yes. What? I think that will be beneficial to us as we move on to our next destination, as we're trying to travel light, although at the protest of some. What do you think? Tell me, what are you thinking of cutting us in on this venture of yours to sell these metal plates, whatever it is, of steel?
He looks shocked. And I'll let Vinshenzo decide whether it's a manufactured shock or not.
Wow.
Puts a sort of slight slight expression of like shock and a little bit of like a hurt expression. He said, "Well, you went through the effort of securing them. Of course, I'll sell them on your behalf, and the money will go to you. No surcharge, no commission fee. I'll sell them on your behalf."
Well, yes, I'd like
And
to
if
cut
you,
you in
if
as
you have
well,
a-
sir. That's why I ask.
He pats you on the shoulder and says, "Please, you and your friends, you helped keep us safe, and you allowed us to travel with you, and this is my token of thanks. Please allow me to do this for you."
Yes, well, how much were you thinking, sir?
Yeah, he says, depending on where I can sell it, if you have any preference, or if you want me to take care of it entirely, probably I can get a few hundred gold right off the bat, or I can take a little bit more time and sell the stock off a little bit more piecemeal, and I'd probably increase profits by about maybe 35%. That depends on which markets I go to, if there's a time limit, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I can turn a profit off of these steel plates quite easily.
Well, I don't mean to incite distrust or anything, but I feel the upfront few hundred gold pieces would do well for us, as we are quite low on funds right now, and we intend to be moving. I wouldn't want to waste any of the earned profits, however you intend to sell them, by way of messenger, if that's how you were planning on sending us the payment later.
I didn't really have any plans. I was about to ask you that question, actually, and if you want me to send it by messenger, I can. I can also get one of the twins to deliver it personally, or I can keep it here. And if you want, I can take some of that money and I can build it until you come back, and instead of just having a few hundred gold, I can work it into a couple thousand. Again, entirely legitimate transactions. It'd just be transferring goods from one place to another and
So he's
seeing if I can turn myself a little bit of a profit.
saying
He's offering to like effectively invest the money for you, or use it to basically run the trade market legitimately, like actually going and buying products and selling them for a higher profit.
he's
and
saying
then using that money to
like,
buy more.
I'll give you a couple hundred for it now, or I'll make more later and then send it or save it here.
What he's saying is he can sell that stuff off bulk, and then send one of his guys or send a messenger to go and take you the direct, here you go, you just sold all of your steel plates, here's the money.
Oh,
Or he can keep it for you, like just here in Jozoy, so that you come back and grab it if you want to just have like a stash. Somebody just came home apparently. Or he gave you the option number 3 is he keeps the money here in Jozoy and he uses it to, like I said, just basically like dip his toes into the trade business, and through that try and build up your coffers more. So instead of, for example, he sells everything off bulk, makes 1,000 gold. He could send you the 1,000 gold, keep the 1,000 gold, or build it for you so that, you know, maybe next time you come back, instead of having 1,000, he'll try and work it to like 1,500, 2,000 gold. Is effectively what he's saying. He's offering to do that for you.
the quicker you can get a turnaround from it, the better, I feel.
Yeah, he nods again. He says, absolutely. It'll take me a couple days, but I know exactly where to go and I know who to talk to. I can get you your money pretty quick.
Well,
Are you looking at leaving anytime soon, or do you want to wait for me to bring it back to you before you go?
Well, if you think you can have a turnaround within a day or two, I suppose we could wait around and save the messenger fees.
He laughs very heartily, loudly, yes, but it's the less of a, he's not emphasizing loud, he's just hearty laugh. He says, "Oh, it's gonna take a lot longer than that. I gotta go to the next big city and talk to some of the bigger manufacturing guilds, and I'd have to go to Tribelmoy, but as soon as I go to Tribelmoy, I can come right back after I sell it. I can sell it less than a day. I can even start traveling back within that day and then return to Jozoy. The only time it will take me is the travel to get there.
Quite. Well.
And I'll tell you how long. He will even tell you how long it will take him to do that. I just find my. There it is.
Well,
So
whatever it
Jozoy
is, you may. I simply just want to be rid of
He's
it.
actually gonna He's actually gonna give you the how much time it would take him up front. It's just me as the DM. I didn't have the.
Sorry. Were we planning on going to Triple May anyway?
Triple May is down
believe
the
so, yeah.
road. It happens to be on the way. It's like the nearest population center. It's a big.
Laughs and says,
Yep.
I don't think we'll be returning to Jozoy anytime soon. I honestly hope we never return here. As nice as your accommodations are, again, I appreciate it, and despite my comments earlier, I greatly appreciate your hospitality here.
He gives you a not a dirty look, but like a mock dirty look, a playfully dirty look, and he blows a raspberry and says, "It's a safe house. This isn't my home. I don't care. I don't want to be here either. This is just a place where we can not feel like we have to sleep with the wolves.
Yes,
it's the way it is. You don't want to come
hopefully
back to
with some of
Jozoy?
the profits,
Absolutely.
you can spruce this place up a bit, huh?
Doesn't get it.
He chuckles and he says, "If I have any profits, I'm getting out of Jozoy too."
Well, very well then. Curse this town.
Sounds like we might be going the same way
He
anyway.
repeats with you. He says, "Curse it!"
Aye.
And then he settles down and he says, "If you're interested,
cigarette.
it'll take 4 days for me to get." He tells you it'll take him about 7 days round, like full start to finish, to get to Tribelmoy and sell the stuff, and then
What if we went with him?
I roll 2 cigarettes and offer him one.
he accepts it, and he because you guys are inside, he actually he lights his cigarette with a little sparky thing, spark rocks, whatever the fuck they use to light shit on fire conveniently.
Yes, give me
and he lights
mine
lights
as well?
your cigarette as well. Yeah, he does. He absolutely lights your cigarette.
I blow smoke in the house.
100%, man.
Disrespectful.
It's perfumed.
Oh.
It's high quality tobacco, sir.
Oh.
It would be like shishi tobacco. Chi-chi.
You mean hashish?
No. It would be like rolled with like cloves and like it'd be shitty to smoke, but it would smell nice. Is how I
Like
imagine
little bits of
it.
rose petal or whatever, some fucking like
Yeah.
tarragon.
Ew, no.
I can't. I'm just trying to think of things that are nice smelling if they get burned. Fucking basically, it's half tobacco, half incense kind of thing.
Pine resin.
I am asking.
Not incense, but
Oh,
like
God,
yeah, like herbs.
Smoking pine resin would fucking suck.
So would smoking incense, I feel like. Yeah.
Well,
I share a cigarette with him and I say, all right, then. Whatever it takes to get rid of it, I don't wish to be traveling with such things. Mr. Greycastle has gotten me in quite a terry about this extra weight he wants to be dragging around.
he asks if you want him to sell the boxes of like uniforms and little bits as well.
Sell everything.
Sell it all, I say. He says.
I have no use for some trade companies, old dirty uniforms and what have you. I am not a.
He tells you, actually,
worker.
they're brand new. I'm curious what they're doing with it all.
Yes, that's why I want to get out of Jozoy.
Hmm.
I'll speak to the others, and we will make haste leaving here.
All right.
That's all I say. I end my turn.
Okay. Nice. Nephis / Khutula, do either of you feel as though you want to or need to wake up or do anything, or are you just kind of waiting until you get disturbed? Is there
I'm
any-
waiting to get a
there
full
like a-
night's of rest.
I was actually just about to type that Khutula has woken up and is slowly coming around and puts her journal away without realizing she left it open.
I'll let you know, Nephis, for the sake of like the mechanics of the game, given the traveling that you had done previously, you have received the effects of a long rest already. But if you're looking for another long rest,
Another one.
Oh, okay. Nephis will
if you're looking
just lounge
for an
still.
additional long rest to sort of like show off the rigors of travel, cool too. I just wanted to, if you're waiting for a long rest to recover your stuff, you're already.
Copy that. No, Nephis then would just be lounging around waiting for everyone to get back. Actually, I would like to go to the wagon full of our goodies and the grab that the garb that is inside the wagon we found. Is it like just like commoner kind of like style clothing, or is it uniform for like military?
It's a tunic, so they're all as identical as you could possibly make a bunch of sets of clothing in that time period with the technology available. They're as identical as you can make them.
Okay,
they're
cool.
all like a dark, sort of like a midnight, almost navy blue, like in between those kinds of nice dark faded blue.
I would like
they're
to
not
grab a
specifically, they
pair.
don't look like a military cut. Okay, you grab a pair.
Okay, cool, yeah. And then from that, I would just
What are you
Go back
planning to
inside and-
do with those, Mr. Nephis?
to change out my clothing. These have seen some wear.
I see. You know, you've given
Blues-
me a small tangent of an idea. If we need to blend in with such reprehensible characters.
I don't know if it matters, but Anton's nearby. He's back of the wagon, making sure everything's secure and all that.
Perhaps we grab a set for Carlos.
Yes. He seems to have
Nephis.
a skill for blending in. Remember back at the manor?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. That robe, he easily turned that into their robes. Aye.
How many sets of uniforms are there?
Enough to outfit about 25 people with all of the with a bunch of like buckles and belts and stuff in a secondary box that match any requirements.
I take one for me and one,
I will say
one other one.
for those of you who try on, if you bother trying on or fitting the clothing, you notice that they are fairly they're close fitting. They're not loose or baggy at all. They're well sewn in around sort of around the crotch and the rear area. They're actually nicely formed. You can feel that there is like a suede, I think it's called suede, like the type of leather that's nice and soft feeling, but it's still got some level of like, nice protection to it in the knees. Like these are, they're not good looking, but they are rugged, durable, nicely done. You look at the stitch, like the stitching is nice and thick. This stuff is resistant to tear. It's good quality shit.
Hell yeah.
Does that
But
give
again, this
any,
is stuff that you can
property
either
to
examine
its-
or you can. Yeah, it will. It will be giving you advantages. First of all, like cosmetically, just again for the sake of roleplay, like cosmetically, if you're getting hit and taking damage and stuff, this stuff is pretty. It's hardy. It can take abuse and damage. This clothing.
Does it add to our AC?
It will allow you. It will give you a +1 to your stealth.
Oh.
And it will also give you resistance to environmental factors such as cold.
Oh.
And you're going to take -1 to damage from environmental effects. So, for instance, if you like, just as the first example off the top of my head, like if you get thwacked by a tree branch or scraped or cut, those kinds of things, like you're not going to take as much damage. If you take a fall, you're less likely, you're going to take a little bit less damage because of how like it really is. It's just really nice. It's a little bit cut resistant, so it's good.
+1
Good
to AC,
outdoorsy wilderness working
-1
clothes.
from environmental effects.
+1 to stealth,
Oh, +1 to
-1
stealth, I'm
damage
sorry.
from environment. Yep, and a resistance to cold.
Has Carlos returned?
Maybe.
If Carlos finished his business with the leatherworking guy and he's coming right back to the house, he would have been back to the house promptly. It's like a 5 to 10 minute walk, depending on how brisk his pace is.
Brisk.
Then it's 5 minutes.
I am speed.
So Carlos would have like arrived as you guys started like looking and checking sizes and I don't know, touching them or whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. Like he finds you guys up to
Rubbing them
armpits
against your
in
face.
a crate full of uniforms. Yeah,
I
maybe.
take
I mean,
one
Hello.
and
Judge.
give one to Carlos, and I say, "Here, you have a knack for blending in. Perhaps this will be useful for you."
Carlos would take a look at it and make sure it was like the right size and everything, or the right general size. And
It is the right size.
Yes,
I know
this could come in
everyone's
handy.
dimensions.
This could come in. This
These
definitely
are-
could come in.
These are designed to be one size fits most, so everybody has a size that fits because they have like extra what the fuck you call it? Like in the cuffs they have extra material, so can be altered.
Outstanding.
Nephis would begin wearing it.
Okay.
I don't wear it.
Yeah, Carlos would keep it with him in his pack, but he wouldn't wear it.
I wear my fine clothes.
Okay, so for those of you who choose to or choose not to wear it, just ensure that you don't have your stats, resistances, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you're
Yes.
not altering them if you're not wearing them,
Yes.
and vice versa.
So, if they're gonna get these little bonuses for these uniforms we found, am I gonna get anything for my amazing hat?
No, fuck off.
Damn.
Bonus
That I paid gold
persuasion.
for.
The
I thought you got plus charisma.
yeah,
I said that, but the DM never, confirmed that.
Oh,
I think
I'll
the
take +1
DM's
charisma.
confirmation might have been overridden at the time. Somebody would have to bother back to the archives to check, but I do remember agreeing to it. I just might have been overspoken.
The
Yes,
bonus you get from
I'll
it is the
take
fact that
+1
you have an
charisma.
amazing hat.
Shut up.
The charisma.
I must
at that math.
admire that hat you had made.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm
it
just,
fits nice.
I'm just now noticing.
Shut up, Nephis.
Fancy hats do not by themselves like alter certain interactions though, so it's not a 24/7 blanket bonus. For instance, if you're attempting to like intimidate somebody, it's not going to be your fancy hat that helps you intimidate them. It's going to be the fact that you just gave them 3 black eyes. It really does depend on your social interaction.
So it would probably help with like persuasion and performance.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the different. Well, no. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It has everything to do with the kind of interaction. Because once again, if you're like trying to threaten a guy with death, your fancy hat's probably not going to help you.
Well, that would be
Doing
intimidation.
merchants, doing certain things, yeah. But
Yes.
depending on your persuasion.
Okay.
My point is that yes, it gives you a bonus. It's just not a global 1,000 bonus. And I will not make you ask every time you do a check. I will inform you when it doesn't apply. So it's not the list of things that it won't do is shorter than the list of things it will. So don't worry about it. But just don't be surprised if I tell you you don't get your bonus from your hat given certain instances. If that makes sense.
Sure.
To make life easy on everybody except me.
Yeah.
Anton takes a uniform.
He can take a uniform, absolutely.
Hey,
Coming back
maybe we
from,
can get a
he's,
job for the trade company.
Ranks.
I already got the uniform and everything, boss. I'm ready.
Upon switching clothes, Nephis would return and speak to Carlos, Anton, and Vin. So, Vin, do we want to bring up what happened with the prisoner?
Well, you were the one who saw it, Mr. Nephis. You said he was a vampire. I had turned my head by the time you had drawn your blade. But by his complexion alone, I was suspicious.
Carlos would kind of like raise his eyebrows at this declaration, be like, a vampire? Are you sure? I mean, it would make sense, but wasn't he out in the daylight? Wouldn't he have already died?
They were wearing cloaks.
Some sort of lesser vampire, possibly.
Vampire?
Perhaps a spawn?
He was just as pale as the one we met before. Remember, Mr. Santiago?
I do. I did have some first-hand experience with them.
Yes. As did I.
Are we sure it was a vampire? Because I knocked him out pretty easily, and I mean, he wasn't quite like the last time we fought one where he took all of us.
Yes,
I mean,
Anton,
obvious that
some
he's
sort of lesser vampire. I don't know exacts of what it was.
Suffice to say, you guys are pretty sure that he wasn't entirely human.
Aye. Nephis cut him
With his
down
teeth
as
and
soon
screech.
as he reared his teeth. He said his teeth were sharp and pointed, just as a vampire.
oh.
Well, hopefully,
Nephis saved my life back there. As soon as his mouth was open, I'm sure he could have broke the restraints.
Or worse, call us friends.
Yes. He did screech. He could have done something. I don't know what that was.
well, if they are some sort of vampire, hopefully this will change Vin's attitude about killing them.
What are you on about, Mr. Santiago?
I'm just saying that you are hesitant to kill those that you feel are unworthy, that do not deserve it. But these are vampires, so surely you would agree that they deserve to die.
Well, I mean, Vin had reason to not want to before, but I mean, if these are, potentially vampires, I mean,
They are
At least
cognizant
we'll know.
creatures that live and speak and they exist just as we do.
Vin,
Perhaps they can be reasoned with.
that is bullshit.
Well, I think this is a great crossroads to bring up your shortcomings, Mr. Greycastle and Mr. Santiago, for questioning
Vin.
me about the vampires possibly being able to follow us off of Nisia. So I will
Vin,
accept your apology for calling me crazy and whatnot.
I am not questioning any of this. I am just trying to tell you
did.
that his freaking mouth was sewn shut.
If you will remember,
You called me crazy.
if you will remember, Vin, I was the one that brought up the fact that we need to fight back against the vampires because they will be hunting us. Does this not also prove me correct?
Yes, but we could simply leave them behind, but every opportunity we have to leave them behind and escape, we seem to always want to rear our arrogant heads.
Every time we attempt to leave their area of influence, they pop up before us anyway.
He's got a point.
I do enjoy that we're now coming around to my theories that were correct in the past and were shot down immediately.
Oh. I think we lost the DM.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I think we did.
Shit.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Ah,
Hello.
DM,
is he alive?
do you live?
Is you dead?
Yes, I'm here. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Okay,
Awesome.
good. We thought the vampires got you.
No.
The wily beast.
Nephis
Crappy
would
rural internet.
kind of chip in and say, Vin, I have an idea for a name. The Nicean Vagabonds. Since we have no place to settle,
I quite
Well,
like that.
suppose you do.
Yes, I was thinking on some names to probably Wanderers of West March or Circle of Misfortune. Let's see.
Yes, but we all met in Nisia, and I have quite a fondness for Mr. Nephis's name.
He isn't wrong. That's for sure.
Oh, I'm small.
We have been
Not
shrunk.
small. I'm just sorry. I'm making things just scale because it's bothering my little brain.
You all been shrunk. No.
Honey, I shrunk the DnD party.
Hell yeah.
I understand, Anton, that it wasn't exactly a vampire. It was something similar, something foul.
But we know this now.
Aye. Perhaps Khutula could shed some light.
Well, his body isn't really here with us, so I don't really think there's much that she could get out of it.
He
mean,
lays
perfect
dead in
memory,
the
Anton.
forest.
Didn't
Nephis
Well-
gets up and turns around, walks away from Anton, and heads back into the house.
Damn.
just looks at him just
Spins
going
in
into the
circles
house.
forever. Speaking of Khutula woke up. Is there anything she wants to do before I
She's
forget?
exploring the preserves in the cellar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of good tasty stuff.
Hell yeah.
Clean.
Oh, I could make some good meat out of this.
Ooh, what
There's
does
a
she
barrel
find?
of ale.
Oh,
Taint gun.
Yeah, there is a barrel of untapped ale. You find all sorts of pickled fruits. Sorry, not pickled. Pickled vegetables, preserved fruits, fucking pickled eggs, pickled onions, pickles. Find fucking bunch of dried herbs, stuff like that. Yeah, like preserved foods. There's like thick breads that are kept in a cool, dry area.
she does
All
like
sorts of
them
wonderful,
thick.
yummy stuff. I guess thick, dense breads meant for traveling. That kind of stuff. And as well, things like, sacks of grain,
Wow.
flour, general period appropriate storage stuff for long term.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. She takes some thick bread as well as various
bread.
dried herbs
Okay.
and a couple jars of various pickled vegetables.
Hell yeah.
For the road.
All right.
For the
All these
road.
combined, well, you can tell me exactly how many days worth of rations you want to be able to assemble, even if it's not like assembling them into specific meals. I'm just talking about like the volume of food.
Yeah. She takes 4 days worth of rations.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Mix and match.
You have 4 days worth of preserved rations.
Nice. She comes back upstairs from the cellar with her newfound treasures.
Okay, well, Thaddeus is like directly in the fucking kitchen, and as you are you coming? Actually, I gotta ask this question because there's two ways out. You can either climb up through into the kitchen through the trapdoor that goes into the cellar, or you can go out through the actual doors and up like a set of stairs that comes out behind the house.
She comes back up into the
So, do
kitchen,
you wanna
not
come-
thinking much about it.
Okay, well, Thaddeus is there, and he sees you come out with all the like armful of stuff, and he extends a hand out to try and help you out. And if things start like teetering or looking like they're precarious, he helps you bring things upstairs.
Nice. She accepts the assistance.
Okay.
She heads out to the wagon to pack the things away for later.
Okay. Which means that we're all resuming our gigantic discussion between the rest of the big group. So
The men are
choose
talking.
to butt in on that conversation or just acknowledge that it exists, but that's here we go. Carry on, group. Just wanted to make sure that nobody was left out.
Wow.
Yep.
Nephis comes back in from the house, or back out from the house. Ah, there she is.
All right.
Well, I do hope that seeing these circumstances come to light, that my sanity will not be questioned again.
Anton rolls his eyes.
Show some respect, Mr. Greycastle. I've held myself from making many comments about your state of affairs, considering that silly mask upon your face.
It's fine, Van.
Yeah.
Does Nephis say anything?
Yes, Nephis begins, well, I guess while you two are talking, telling Khutula about the creature we faced. Hoping that maybe she can shed some light on that. It was a pale creature. We know that his mouth was sewn shut, but when we cut the string, it revealed sharp teeth, and he let out a screech. Do you know anything that's like that? He wasn't human.
Is Nephis recalling every detail that he had observed from memory, or is it those specific
much
ones
as
that
he
he
can.
chooses to remember? Okay. Do you mind if I fill in one or two blanks that he might have known but just not remembered?
Yeah.
Okay. So among two specific things that Nephis would have noticed at the time, and I'll say that just in case. The teeth were very obviously filed to points. Like, it wasn't naturally sharp teeth. They had been filed into points. The scream was not audible, and while his skin was incredibly pale, it was like a sticky, almost slimy, sickly pale, not like a dry, dead pale. So that just details that Nephis would have seen. It's up to you to recall or communicate them. I'm just saying for Nephis, I guess Vinshenzo too, if he cares to remember. I just those are, how do I say, the facts of life. You can choose to remember or communicate them, but be sure.
Yeah, I would communicate about the teeth being filed, and his teeth were sharp, but it looked as though they were filed. And I thought the screech was audible, but anyway,
The screech, you could feel it, but it didn't actually emit a sound.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Perhaps calling his master. Finn seems to get lost in thought for a minute.
Is it related
away.
to some of the things I've been studying? Would
Roll
that ring
history.
any bell?
Roll history.
I wasn't sure if any bonuses applied from my studies. I got a 20. No, not
I
just a
think
20.
you were
I
gonna
got a
have
fucking
advantage.
24.
This is from your studies. Yeah, you get advantage for thinking about all sorts of vampire stuff, given the amount of time that you spent researching vampire stuff. So, I'd like to roll. You can.
Might as well.
Was it 18?
Oh, yeah.
18 and 17, both plus
17
6,
raw.
so 23 and 24.
It's not vampire shit. It's not vampire shit at all. That's something different. Fucking weird. Never heard of that before. From a vampire standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not related to any of the vampire related studies I've been undergoing. I'd have to look into some more resources.
You've never heard of a creature that would willingly file its teeth down?
Have you?
Well,
any individual who would like to roll a history check is welcome to, if they so choose. It is okay for you not to.
I'd like to.
After having been muttering to himself for a moment. Miss Khutula, what do you think about calling ourselves the Nissia Vagabonds?
I don't really have any real connection to Nissia, but whatever makes you happy, I guess.
That's where we all met, Miss Khutula.
I suppose.
I consider everyone here good friends.
Yeah. Just like a hesitation and then, yeah.
Mm.
You telling me, Khutula, that after all we've been through, you don't really consider us friends?
She's still shaking. She's been beyond the material plane, Carlos. Cut her some slack.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how are you feeling after that?
Fine. Just trying to sort it out, I guess.
Finn wanders away again.
I would like to do a history check that is not related to vampires.
He's waving his hands like a maestro.
Okay.
Working out a melody.
I got a 23 again.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
This is
damn.
to try and identify what exactly that might be.
Mm-hmm. Without like any.
You are. Oh yeah, you know exactly what the fuck these guys are. Based on that description, you are not only aware of what they are, you have experienced them before.
Oh.
This has a lot to do with the good old days.
Oh,
This is
shit.
a very direct key relation to Cthulhu's origin story, and I will leave it at that if she wants to know more publicly or wants to know more privately. This is full on, however you want to present itself, flashback to your past.
She ponders very heavily for a few moments. I might be able to. I'll have to review my notes, and she like seems hesitant on speaking further about it.
Finn wanders back.
Alright, we'll leave you to your books.
I don't know if Anton could roll an insight to. Well, actually, no, it probably wouldn't matter, would it?
We should find a piano.
I'm not
at
a big
some
fan
point.
of. Well, things like insight, I don't mind if another player is attempting to hide their emotions and you're trying to read that. Generally, I'm not a big fan of
Yeah,
charisma-based shit.
I won't
You're
worry
not
about it. It's
attempting to
fine.
persuade her of anything. So if you want to,
Sorry.
do you and Khutula.
Would Anton have gotten anything from his history check?
What was your history check?
17.
Like the result? 17.
Ooh,
Any bonuses?
that's a solid roll.
That is with the bonus.
Okay. You've heard stories and rumors about things not so much with the not so much the in-depth autopsy that Nephis. It's not an autopsy, but that's the closest word I can think of. Like the in-depth examination that Nephis conducted. Anton has never had that kind of detail, but the the sharp filed teeth, the mouth sewn shut, all those sorts of they're really sounding. And as he thinks more about it, he's definitely heard stories from some of his old war buddies, not just the guys he served with during the campaign, but other soldiers. Trading stories talked about these kinds of they're not strange creatures, they're men, or they were
Oh.
once men.
Or once, yeah.
Then they transitioned.
They turn into slimes. No. What did it cost you?
Once they were human. Well, I'm saying like slimy, like the pale, translucent, like alien style fucking skin where it's all like goopy, and if you touch it, like it gets stringy like cheese, except it's like clear, translucent, like that kind of thing, kind of like slimy, sticky skin. As a visual kind of visual aid.
We must find
In
a
that case,
piano or a harpsichord. Yes, a harpsichord.
In that case, I'll keep that in mind. I don't think there's anything else that I want to
Bring with us?
do with that. Thank you, DM.
You're
No.
welcome.
I didn't know you were so versed with instruments, Vin. How many can you play?
You heard my playing at the monastery, did you not?
Aye.
That was a fine organ.
I wonder what
I miss the keys.
has come of Peter and Ludwig.
Yes, I envy
That
Mr.
is-
Montfort if he's still at that monastery. It's been quite some time since I've had an opportunity. Though I did not care for the people there. They had a fine instrument.
I miss Peter too.
Yes, a harpsichord will do nicely.
Peter was a bit judgmental for my taste, but he was a stalwart companion.
You dislike anyone who has a strong moral compass, Mr. Santiago. You do well to adopt one yourself.
Let's just get you killed.
Yes. And that's why I'm married and you're not.
Oh my god. What the hell?
It's the mistakes you make that get you killed.
What the hell?
I can't help but notice none of you have any spouses. How queer.
None of you are bitches.
A little hard to find prospects when you grow up on the streets.
I've been busy with war.
Vin shudders. Yes, I would avoid any you find there.
I haven't been traveling.
The knotted couple disappeared from existence, so not much to do about that.
Oh my.
Damn it.
I had
Isaac should-
a young
not Isaac.
from my tribe.
Anton should be happy that was his, like, the one thing he had to compete against.
That's what Anton thinks.
Oh.
But the sea was for me.
The
Yes.
only good tavern, and we never even stepped foot in it, and we automatically regret it.
A fine
we-
piano or a harpsichord will do nicely, I think. I'll be inside.
Aye. Nephis hands Khutula the set that he was going to give to Carlos to her of the blue navy garb and just leaves.
What is oh, okay. He just like sits there holding it, confused.
It's one of the uniforms from the box.
A box.
Yeah, that was in the wagon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The
She
Trade Packer
inspects
Union.
the uniform. Is it just like emblem?
She noticed it has all of the robust qualities I described earlier, and if you need a refresher, I would be more than happy to refresh.
No, I heard most of that. I was just wondering if there was any like emblems or specific imagery that she might catch on to.
It is currently patchless, but it also doesn't like it's also missing things like
Mhm.
in like buttons. Like it's straight up like a raw. Here's just the fabric uniform. All of the toggles, all of the buttons, all of the any of that kind of stuff, like all of the extra, not just fabric parts, are in a separate box. It just all needs to be assembled.
Gotcha. She stows the uniform away for now.
Okay. Yeah, at some point, sorry, I moved them over. Yeah, at some point, fucking Thuscar comes over to the stables. He's not attempting to interact with anybody, but for the sake of spatial awareness, he does. He's now like within easy earshot of the group, fucking around with a few things in the stables.
What exactly is he doing?
He's like there's sacks of feed and tackle that he's inspecting and counting, and he's sort of like mumbling to himself in a language that I don't think anybody understands, the goblinoid orcish language. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, in which case I'd happily translate his mumbling, but he's
Queer
mumbling
language.
in his own tongue. Queer language, for sure.
Anton can't understand it.
Yeah, he's just sort of like
A brutish
bumbling
language.
around.
Did Thuscar ever finish doing that like ritual or something he was gonna do on Anton?
I don't think
No, he
so.
never got. He never finished it because suddenly there was bad juju vibes.
Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, Anton can bring that up.
Vin comes back out, loot in hands.
I mean, if you think we've got time, we can probably look more into it.
Oh, we have at least the night. I
We
don't
should
imagine
get
we're going to be leaving
moving.
until the morning.
Then we're not going anywhere right this second anyway.
Why?
Why? That's what you're
That's what I
asking?
said. Yes. Why aren't we making haste, Mr. Greycastle? Please explain. I do not care
points
to
to
keep
Carlos.
repeating myself with you.
DM,
He-
what's the current time?
I'm gonna say it's late morning. You guys were able to wake up. Like, you woke up in the morning, did your stuff. Now it's getting later in the morning.
He points to Carlos, just for Vin to see. You can take it up with him.
Okay.
Well,
And-
personally, I have something I need to pick up tomorrow morning. Other than that, I think we all are due just at least a day of rest after what the ordeals we've had to encounter.
Yes, and we should make an effort to stay ahead of more ordeals. I think we
Indeed.
can all agree to
After
that.
today.
We will make haste tomorrow morning then.
Yes.
Yup. In that case, I'm gonna go and talk to Thuscar then.
I'm not trying to be obtuse, Mr. Greycastle. I'm just trying to ensure
You're fine.
everyone's safety. Pardon me.
Fucking Vim.
I do not
yeah,
like how he
Anton's-
always makes me repeat myself to him.
I think it's the mask.
Jackasses.
Maybe it was his time on the battlefield.
I got tinnitus.
Ears are going.
There's so
Are
much
you known
ringing.
for using many cannons?
Okay.
I do not know the life of a soldier very well.
But you are married to one.
Yes.
Are your lives so separate that you know nothing of her profession?
I was not on the battlefield with her.
She does not speak to you of what she's done?
We speak often, even now.
It just seems strange that you don't know of the other half of her life.
What are you getting at, Mr. Santiago? Why is everything
Nothing,
so
I-
tense around here?
I just find it a little queer.
Yes, it is. I'd like to get moving towards the forge.
Yeah, alright, we'll be there in good time.
Yes, good time. Hundreds of miles.
It's a matter of you. It's another day. It's just a drop in the bucket.
Yes.
Then we are agreed. It is of no concern to you.
Yes, I'm sorry. I must apologize for trying to move you on to the next portion of your life rather than tarrying around in this dismal town.
DM, I have a question.
I would love to give you an answer to that question.
What is this marking on the map? Is this a river or like a smaller roadway or something?
I think it's a border.
I think it's a border, yeah.
It's a minor border. So if you look at the larger West Marches map,
Copy.
the concept of the West Marches is it's okay. There are different kingdoms, specifically for this region. They're actually like completely separate kingdoms that have all.
Really?
It is.
Yes.
The West Marches are a collective of.
Fascinating.
Vin comes back out of the house.
So effectively, after you travel west from Jozoy, you'll
Let's
actually
keep
be
going.
in a new.
Perhaps we could find a skillful mage to move along our venture.
What do you mean, Vin?
Magical, or a circle of some sort of magic that we could use to expedite our expedition, our journey.
Speaking of like teleportation magic or something?
Yes.
I don't know. I've never even encountered such a thing. I doubt we'd find a practiced mage or magician or whatever in this part of the country.
Certainly not in this
Where are you
town.
guys speaking at? In the main house?
No, I'm outside again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just talking to the wall.
Vin has a lot of things going on right now in his head.
No, I was thinking if I was nearby, I would have said the twins, and that's it.
Oh, well, you're definitely nearby. The twins, I mean, maybe. I know they're definitely not normal. Some kind of magic thing going on there.
I do not know if I... Teleportation
Are you
magic is
you speaking this
a very
loud enough
thing.
for Thuskar to hear?
Probably. He's only like what, 10 feet away?
I would
Each
have
of those
also
squares is
addressed them
10
as,
feet for the sake of scale.
Yeah, it'd probably be just loud enough for him to hear if he wanted to pay attention.
I don't know if he'd be busy with the conversation with Anton though or not. He probably overheard it.
I'm more just curious about the implied or purposeful volume of this current segment of the conversation.
I would like to put my faith in an accredited mage, perhaps at a fine university or college or guild of some sort. You see, when traveling such distances, teleportation magic can be quite fickle. Quite a dangerous thing if it's an unskilled wizard. I'd worry about... Never mind.
Perhaps this is something we should have investigated in Vales. It probably would have been our best opportunity to find one.
Yes, well, we didn't have much time to spend there.
Didn't we, though? We were there for weeks.
Some were more helpful than others.
Yes, well, quite so, Mr. Santiago. If this is a slight at me, we certainly didn't have enough currency in our pockets to make to acquire such a service. And
I wouldn't know how much it costs.
made every effort to change that, as you know.
Yes, we did so together.
Yes, that reminds me. Did you ever sell that fine ruby we acquired?
Maybe. I don't remember what I got for it, to be honest.
So you did. Very well. You may keep your earnings.
Well, you burnt the check.
It was a paper trail. I figured you would have such experience.
I would have cashed it under a pseudonym.
In the same town? I don't think that would have been a good idea. You're still sore about the 10 gold we lost due to that?
Every gold counts.
Yes, well. If it's as you
If
say.
you're trying to imply that you need money, Vin, you should have taken the proceeds from the mask venture like I offered.
I do not need money. I'm trying to expedite a very large journey. I'm thinking of solutions, Mr. Santiago. Why must I be questioned at every turn?
Because you're so mysterious with your answers.
My answers. There was a question about a ruby. I'm not upset about you taking the sum of it. You may keep it.
Then why bring it up at all?
Because I see how hard it is for you to part with such currency. At any rate, we should be on the lookout for a skilled mage. And a piano, perhaps. Yes.
Do you plan on affixing a piano to the back of the wagon?
I did not say I wish to acquire a piano. I simply wish to sit before one. Questioning me again at every instance.
I just find the thought amusing. Just you on the back of the wagon, just playing a piano as you pass by people and they throw coins at us for the performance.
Now you're thinking creatively, Carlos. I quite like this turn.
Oh, God damn it.
Thinking of solutions
Poor
to our
church wagon.
problems, you should think like this more often. As fantastical as they are.
Well, I've never seen such a thing, so maybe it could be worthwhile.
You've never seen a piano? How
I've
queer.
never seen a traveling piano.
Yes. Do let me know if you see one. I'll be inside.
For the third time today.
Does he come right back outside again to address that comment?
No. I didn't do that. I allowed time to go by every time.
I know, I'm being silly. He fucking walks around the corner and then hears something vaguely addressed. What was that? Running back around the corner. Huh? Someone speak to me?
Someone talking shit about me.
Heard something.
Nephis is ready to proceed.
I end my turn.
Must have been the wind.
Turn.
Carlos, Isaac, Khutula, Anton.
What does Thuskar say about Anton's request?
He's nuts.
I don't even remember. That was like a million years ago, man.
It.
Yeah, re-request the request. Oh.
Yeah, I
So
typed it.
the ritual and the mask. Oh. He sort of like turns around and snaps out of his whatever he was doing. He goes, huh? Oh, I didn't see there.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I lost count. Oh, what do you want?
God.
Never mind.
Wait,
so
since when did Tusker sound like Gotrek?
would
I forgot
Gotrek in
how to
disguise.
make an orc sound like an orc. Gotrek sounds like Gotrek because he's fucking insane. This guy sounds
He
like
is.
Gotrek because I only have so many variances of a gravelly voice.
well, never mind. So do we?
I can only do deep orc so much without it sounding like everything else.
We were
Sorry, I'm limited.
We were attempting to do a ritual on the mask, and we didn't really get to complete that. Did we want to go ahead and attempt it again, if it's possible?
He says, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't have the right stuff here.
Okay. Do you need help finding these, or are you good?
No, what I need is to be able to count bags of grain.
He just seems really confused for a second. Okay.
I need thistlewort
So,
and a good night's sleep. And bone marrow.
how long have you been awake?
Oh, I was just napping. I'm old. Yeah, it takes a while to wake up. The head's in a bit of a cloud. I need some tea. I need thistlewort for my tea.
Are you sure there's not anything inside the house?
I checked in the house. It's feeling rent.
He just is very surprised by this, behavior that's just very uncharacteristic. Like, geez, okay, fine.
He's a grumpy old man. He's grumpy.
Yeah,
he woke up from his nap.
He hasn't done this before, though.
Tea. No, he hasn't done this before because nobody ever fucking he stays by himself. The only reason he's here is because he's looking for something. He doesn't go out of his way to talk to. He just, even when you guys were in the basement, he was fucking grumpy and he was like chiding Carlos for being I can't fucking remember. I think like a drinking smooth skin or some shit like that. Can't fucking remember what he said.
I mean, we might be able to find something here.
He's an old and somewhat odd duck.
Yes, he is. Well, I guess we could try the ritual some other time then, and I can see about asking around about thistlewort.
Thistlewort, yes. I need to count bags of grain.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna give you some space. And he kind of backs up a little. I'm gonna give you some space.
He goes back to doing what he's doing.
He turns to the party, mainly directing Carlos. Do you know where to get any thistlewort?
Thistlewort? I don't know. That's.
I don't even really know what that is.
I would ask either Nephis or Isaac. They'd probably know more. Or maybe Khutula.
Fair. Is Nephis standing right here? No, maybe. Isaac.
Nephis would be just chilling in the house, waiting for a departure.
Okay. Isaac, were you there?
I am outside. I don't know where you guys are.
I'm standing right over here by you.
We're near the stables.
Yeah.
And I might have overheard.
You know,
Assuming I was paying attention.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, He's staring off into space again.
Deep think.
Okay,
The
fine.
strong silent type.
I'll ask Khutula. Is she even still over there by the wagon?
Yes.
Where be Khutula?
He's just kind of fucking chilling, waiting for something to happen.
He's
Well, something's
gonna-
about to happen.
Yeah, he's. Anton's gonna walk over. Hey,
Oh.
Khutula,
Oh.
do you know where Thistlewort might be? We can get some.
I roll a nature check to see if I know where Thistlewort would be in the wild. She does not know.
Shit.
It's in that field over there.
God
I
damn
don't know,
it.
maybe in those woods. Good luck.
It's fucking green ship.
I probably.
Time to find Nephis.
Oh no, this is low enough. It's not that you don't know, it's you know wrong. You think
It's-
you think you
it's like-
saw some in the field over there.
Yeah,
It
there's
doesn't
some in
seem
the
that
field
low.
over there.
I thought wrong was like nat 1.
No.
I mean, it's technically a 6,
For
but still,
skill-
it's really
for-
low.
Yeah. Skill checks are a spectrum. They don't have a crit success or crit fail, but usually a nat 20 means a nat 20 and a nat 1 obviously are like the highest of those possible.
So she's
Rolls
telling me that it's
that
over in
contributes
this.
to its effect.
She's telling me it's in this field
She
over
thinks she saw some in the field, is what I'm telling you.
Pretty sure Anton
Sorry,
will
I'm not
believe
telling
her
you
too.
shit. I'm telling Khutula that she thinks she saw some in the field.
And I'm telling Anton, I think I saw some in the field over there.
Oh god
There you
damn it!
As
It's
long as we're all
this
on the same
reminds
page
me
that
of
it wasn't
something
me telling
else.
you.
This reminds me of something else, a different story. I'll get to that one later. But does Anton even know anything about Thistlewort? Would I need to roll nature
You
as
should
well?
roll nature.
Yeah. Holy shit. Actually, no, Carlos. It's completely
my
different.
God.
Holy shit!
Khutula was right.
Fuck.
Wow.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay. Yeah, it is in the field over there actually, but it's not anywhere where Khutula pointed. It's over by the trees. You can see it. It's
Oh, thank Christ.
It's a beautiful yellow set of flowers. It's like those really long plants that have the groups of flowers in like a big fucking cattail style thing where it's like really tall. It's 100,
Ragweed?
but there's beautiful with like
Whoa.
kind of like ragweed. It's not actually ragweed. I'm just saying the style of the flowers.
It
is they're
looks like it.
beautiful little clumps, but they're yellow with orange lines coming out of the petal.
Oh, this,
I'm allergic.
this looks like it might be it. Anton,
It's
Anton-
literally on the other side of the gigantic herd field by the trees, but you can see it.
Anton's gonna go
Distance.
and
Very obvious.
Anton's gonna go ahead and go get it. And so,
Okay.
and I don't know how many of these there are, but he's gonna try and grab a couple of them and return.
It's not a rare plant. It's actually like a fairly common, sometimes borderline nuisance plant. So you can honestly, how much do you want to pick? You want like an armful, 2 arms full? You want to just like lash a whole bunch of it together and drag it back? Like how much do you want? Pounds? Ounces,
Handful,
grams,
just a handful of this
tons?
stuff.
I'd really want to
Just a
see
handful,
Anton
okay.
just carrying like a fucking.
That orc looks pissed. Do I fucking want to find out?
He goes into the forest, lashes himself together a toboggan made of fucking pine boughs, and brings back a metric ton of thistle. Here
He
you go,
gets
old man. Fuck you.
Exactly the amount that Thuskar needs.
Yeah, I know. A handful. Sorry, I'll stop joking.
Yeah, I'll
Handful
take a
of weed.
handful, and I'm gonna walk
Bring
back
some
to
weed
Thus.
back to the old man. He takes the
That's
weed.
your
and he
stuff?
goes, and he's like noticeably less grumpy, and he goes inside, and Thaddeus makes him tea. This is a 10-minute process. So
Anton just looks at the orc, just go towards the
10-minute
door, and just kind of
process of
stand
Anton.
there. Like,
yeah,
I really
Anton
hope-
just staring at Thuskar.
for those in the
Thuskar
house, Thuskar goes inside the house and goes to the kitchen and gets tea.
It just stares at the door that he went through. It's like, well, that just happened.
He's a
thank
wise
you.
old man, but sometimes the old comes before the wise. We all have
Uh,
our good and bad days. Today is Thuskar's bad day.
Thank you, Khutula.
Yeah, no problem.
God damn it. What the hell?
Okay. So, what do? It's all you guys.
Nephis waits for departing the next day. Oh, yeah. Nephis just chills.
Me too. I'm writing until the next day.
Carlos would probably go back outside and he'd practice with his short bow. He'd find a
Oh.
nearby tree and just start shooting arrows into it and practice with it and get a feel for it.
I wonder if Carlos will...
Okay.
Yeah.
So seeing as mostly everybody was away, Anton's gonna whisper to Khutula for a moment. Hey,
Oh my.
just wanted to let you know that you left your journal open. I didn't look at anything inside of
Oh.
it, but
Oh.
went ahead and closed it.
Oh.
Mistake has been made.
Okay. And just kind of like scrunches her eyebrows a little bit and just like, all right, thanks.
Making sure nobody else was trying to read it here. Whatever's going on.
I don't
Oh,
think they can read it.
Anton, Jesus Christ, dude.
Fair enough. Fuck you. God damn it.
All
right, I'm-
does anyone read Draconic in here? Other than the fucking Dragonborn?
Nope.
I know I can't.
Then it's fine.
The other Dragonborn.
Yeah, the fucking Dragonborn.
Yes.
The other one.
Well, I'm gonna go and
Anton protected you from him.
it's just like the fucking guy just like slowly heading this way. Fuck you.
That's what he wanted to tell you.
I'm gonna go make sure that the orc is okay. He looked like he really needed some of that stuff. I'll be right back. You could go inside.
Don't go too fast now.
Fucking sprints away.
Okay, is the orc
Amazing.
much happier now?
Yeah, he's in again, it's like the 10-minute process between him receiving the desired plant, bringing it in, and having it turned into tea takes about like 10 minutes. So whether your conversation with Khutula lasted that time or not will depend on his state of goodness, but for the sake of simplicity, once he gets his tea and he starts like, sits down, takes a second and deep breath and enjoys his tea, he's a lot happier and better mood. He's borderline chatty, in fact. going out of his way to make like small talk. If anybody else is sitting at the table near him, he actually make
thank
some semblance
Christ.
of small talk. If nobody actually acknowledges him, he'd shut right the fuck up again. But
No, I can sit and chat with him. So I can.
fuck you. This is
Sweet,
Nephis and
'cause it is
Vinshenzo.
our Operation stop time. Sorry, our session stop time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy shit.
We did start late. I will say that for the sake of the whole 3-hour thing, but if we're all tired and ready for Betty and want to stop here, this is a good spot. As you're getting ready to leave in the morning, means we can start next session with the morning of
Maybe.
the morning of departure. But that's up to anybody else who, if you have anything you want to do for the rest of today, cool. But yeah. You guys.
I could
Okay.
go another
Crowd
30
goes
minutes
wild.
to an hour.
I'm fine either way, honestly.
I do have to get up in like 7 hours, so
Yeah.
Sorry to keep you.
Kardoc doesn't
yeah.
have to get up in 7 hours.
It's no big deal either way, but I would like to rest. And I'm sorry for arriving somewhat late.
Then we'll rest. It's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
Fine.
We'll have
Yes.
a long rest.
Okay, we will pick up at the start. The start of next session. We'll pick up in like the next morning, so that we go straight to leaving this stupid, shitty town and going somewhere that's less stupid and shitty. Which, let's be honest, it's all just a big basket of fun after this. Yeah, so we'll do that, and then any other discussions, conversations, planning, all that kind of stuff we can do in the IC. Effectively,
Righto.
it's just gonna be a little bit of time left in the day.
Hell yeah.
Excellent choice.
Anyway, thank you all for showing up tonight. It's been a lot of good fun, and hope you guys enjoyed.
Thank you, DM.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you kindly.
Hell yeah. A fun update is they finally have finally a company's gotten fiber op out into the middle of nowhere. So in about I think they're gonna finish the installation in 2 months. So in 2 months, I will have real people internet. To be cool. So wow. When that eventually happens, if we're still doing games, Devon, I'd be happy to take over hosting, so you don't have to worry about doing that anymore if you don't want to. If you're concerned about being stuck in that role till the end of time, I'm be able to take
It's
over
not really a
hosting soon.
concern. It's just the issue of fucking real life shit coming up. My dad's going to be having
exactly.
a surgery in January, so I don't know how around I'll be.
No, that's entirely understandable. I want to make sure to take that burden off you, and I should be able to as soon as we get that fiber off actually running.
Speaking of January, have we actually discussed at all some of the scheduling issues that might happen in January? I remember bringing that up before.
Maybe given the fact that it's late at night, we can if you message in room 2 and at everyone, we can have a discussion over text that gives everybody who wants to. If you need to get ready for bed and prepare for tomorrow, you can go and do that, and then catch up.
Good night, everyone. Hope you enjoy.